Shit, how many of y'all believe in aliens? I think there's some aliens for real. How many of y'all believe? Smart motherfuckers. The rest of y'all arrogant as motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be out your fucking mind to think we the only shit in the universe. You know what I'm saying? You look at all the diverse life on this one planet. Birds, snakes, alligators, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! I mean, look at the diversity just amongst human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like God gonna create all this life here and then just say, all right, everything else will be lights. Light it up for them at night. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, some motherfucking aliens out here. Reason they don't come here, bad news travel fast. We known throughout the universe as the fucked up planet. That's why motherfuckers say they seen a UFO. They don't say it landed, came in the house, or cooked at dinner. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers ain't landing. Shit, they be on the spaceship, man. This is probably just the fucked up planet tour. They get a little pamphlet and shit. Cost 500 kugels to come to this motherfucker. Motherfucker sitting on the spaceship looking out the window. Hey, come on, let's go down there. Let's mess with them. What? Shut the fuck up. They fight over black and white. We purple. What the fuck you think they gonna do to us? Now look your ass out the window.
Watching Border Patrol in Vancouver. Dude is denied access into Vancouver. Watch his eyes. That guy there.
So, do you know that having a criminal conviction makes you inadmissible to Canada? No. Okay. Because when you apply for a work permit, on our side it's already showing the result that's been refused. Because you have that criminal conviction.
Whoa. Did you just see that? Rewind it again, babes. Once more for the camera. Did you just see his eyes? I seen it right on the thing. Holy fuck.
Showing the result that's been refused. Because you have that criminal conviction.
Wow. Holy fucking shit.
That makes you inadmissible to Canada.
Do they do it again?
You're not going to get into Canada. So it's that. No. We're going to go ahead and find out when the next available flight is out to the UK, and we're going to book on that for his departure.
That motherfucker there is a reptile, or he's in under control. That was.
Stop! Will you tell these fools I'm not crazy? Make them listen to me before it's too late! Listen to me. Please listen. If you don't, if you won't, if you fail to understand, then the same incredible terror that's menacing me will strike at you! Stop and listen! Stop and listen to me! Listen! Listen! Listen to me! They're not human! Everyone! They're here already! You're next!
We all know how excited kids get when they hear that jingle coming up the street. Well, one California town is trying to tone it down. ABC's David Wright has all the tips.
In the hearing of the Pentagon, they did not have a good answer to that. They agreed to get back to us on that, but they did not. We did not get a clarifying answer on that particular point.
Okay, another one. Charles Strange, the father of one of the Navy SEALs, Michael Strange, said he didn't.
You guys catch that? I'll zoom it back out one more time, and I'll be done.
Wasn't tipped off to the extortion one.
Answer on that particular point.
Okay, another one. Charles Strange, the father of one of the Navy SEALs, Michael Strange, said he didn't believe the explanations from the
Try to pause it right on there.
Michael Strange said he didn't believe the explanations from the Pentagon that the Taliban today.
I asked that specific question in the hearing of the Pentagon. They did not have a good answer to that. They agreed to get back to us on that, but they did not. We did not get a clarifying answer on that particular point.
Okay, another one. Charles Strange, the father of one of the Navy's.
Weird. Really weird. See what y'all think.
Scene, isn't it, the stadium? Look at that. What a beautiful view that is. All the athletes swarming out of the stadium now. Great pictures. It was interesting, wasn't it, seeing people sing.
I wanted to bring up a subject that is rarely talked about that I think deserves to be mentioned, and this is the idea of benevolent reptilians. For reasons you will understand, I'm also going to bring into focus a person named David Icke. I'm sure that most of you are familiar with the work of David Icke, who is most famous for the information he has brought to us about the reptilians. While he is nowhere near the first person to speak on the subject, he is one of the first well-known people to speak about the subject with great information and detail and bring it hard and heavy into the alternative media. Before speaking on these subjects, David Icke had previously been a professional football or soccer player, a journalist, a sports television presenter for BBC, and most importantly, Icke was one of the 4 main speakers of the Green Party in England, where he was even called the Tony Blair of the Green Party. Just before he released his book titled Truth Vibrations, David Icke resigned from the Green Party, saying he was about to be the center of tremendous and increasing controversy, getting him a standing ovation. Soon after, Icke became the subject of extreme ridicule after the release of his book and appearing on The Wogan Show.
So when something's shape-shifting, it shifts in the decoding mechanism by which we decode different energy fields. It's literally like changing a television channel. You've got the human field, which is obscuring the reptilian field, because they hide behind the human field, so we don't know what the hell's going on. And if I'm observing the human field, that's the prime field that I'm decoding, I will see a human. But if this becomes the prime field, suddenly, for whatever reason, I'm now decoding the reptilian field, the reptilian energy field. What is happening in my decoded system in my mind is I'm seeing a human physical form, reptilian physical form, human physical. Did you see that? The bloke's just changed into a bloody lizard. So it's in the decoding that shapeshifting takes place.
David Icke explains that with a near 50-50 split of human and reptilian DNA gives the ability to hold on to 2 forms, a human form and a reptilian form. Doing a search of shapeshifting on YouTube will give you many results of many well-known people, including politicians, stars, and people in the royal family bloodline, showing what appears to be some type of actual shapeshifting taking place. Once you become truly aware of this and train your eyes to look for it, you will begin to see it all the time. You won't need to do a search on shapeshifting, for all you'll need to do is watch the news and you will begin to find it for yourself. When your eyes have been trained to notice shapeshifting, you begin to realize that many in the conspiracy realm or the alternative media themselves are shapeshifters or have a high reptilian DNA in them as well. This includes many people, including Alex Jones and David Icke himself. And this leads me to the main point I was trying to get across, and that is the benevolent reptilians.
I just want to say one other thing before we finish this video. I don't want to demonize the reptilian race because it's just a genetic stream in the great forever. I'm talking about a small number of this reptilian race that is behind this manipulation, not the race in general. And indeed, many of the reptilian stream, both in physical bodies and in other dimensions, are working now to help humanity win their freedom, win our freedom back.
So is David Icke telling the truth? Are there really benevolent reptilians? In his newest book, Human Race Get Off Your Knees, David Icke has said that these entities who are manipulating and controlling the reality on this planet are actually what could be thought of as outcasts of the reptilian race. One thing I do know for sure is that just because somebody is connected through blood to the royal elite, it does not mean that they're part of their network and could very well be against it themselves.
And it is quite intriguing how shamans all over the world, in altered states of consciousness, have visions of serpent-like beings. And these serpent-like beings are intelligent, and they are not evil, and they appear to want to teach wisdom to the world.
I'm sure you've heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. I'd like to add on to it saying, don't judge a person by their species. I think that entities, both service to self and service to others, are apparent in every species throughout the multiverse, and perhaps it is dangerous to judge a being by how they look. Many people I've spoken to seem too eager to say reptilian-looking aliens are evil and human-looking aliens are good. Just because a visitor looks human does not mean that they have your best interest at heart. Likewise, just because an entity is a reptilian does not mean that they don't.
Well, good morning, everyone.
During Barack Obama's speech at 2012 APAC Policy Conference at the Washington Convention Center, the camera spotted a very odd individual, who may be either with the U.S. Secret Service, or with the Israels, and could be a strong evidence of a shapeshifter alien humanoid working for the powers that be, caught in a high-definition video during an event of the Zionist cabal.
4 years ago, I stood before you and said that Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable. That belief has guided my actions as president.
Even though at first sight he looks just like the average Secret Service spook, a series of odd features on his head, face, plus a very strange behavior and creepy movements, suggest something else. But due to the low lighting in half the amphitheater, he would pass unnoticed or regarded as a normal human being by the crowd, and everybody who watched this video, if it was not by the camera of the Jewish News One, which caught him from another angle apparently shape-shifting into some sort of reptilian non-human form. Disregard all the distortions and image artifacts caused by post-edition zooming, and pay close attention to how his head features suddenly change. His ears, his nose, his chin, cheekbone, jaw and mouth are no longer looking human at all.
I'm sure you're old enough to remember this movie, but in 1967, guess who's coming to dinner?
I was only 6.
I figured.
But I do.
The rest of it remember very well.
I do remember the movie.
Now, do you remember this?
Sidney Poitier he's smooth.
Please, he's the greatest ever. But he says to his father, "You think of yourself as a Negro man, and I think of myself as a man, and that's the difference." Is that still relevant today? I ask you. What are we? Who are we?
Well, we are Americans. We share common hopes, we share common dreams, we share common aspirations. We're going through common struggles. I mean, the fact of the matter is that everybody here, and I look at this audience and it's representative of the country, everybody here is connected in some fashion. And our success and our children's success is tied up together. And so I think most Americans feel that way, but what is still true is that there's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain, right? That part of our brain that if somebody looks different or sounds different, that there's a part of us that is cautious, and what we have to do is fight against that, and that's part of what Shirley Sherrod was trying to say in the speech. If you actually read the whole speech, she was acknowledging, I have my own biases based on my experiences, but if I am able to look inward and reflect, then I can get beyond my biases. And that's an exercise that all of us have to undergo day in, day out, and it's a constant struggle, and it's something that there's nobody in America who doesn't have to at some point think about their own racial attitudes.
Can I ask
but
you
if we
about
do,
that?
then I think there's no reason we can't overcome it. What is still true is that there's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain, right? That part of our brain that if somebody looks different or sounds different, that there's a part of us that is cautious. There's still kind of a reptilian side of our